Thank you very much, Jason. Pleasure to be joined by the president of the Miami Heat, Basketball Hall of Famer Pat Riley. Coach, it's great to get a chance to catch up with you as the new season begins.
Well, if I knew I was going live, I would have shaved. I would have. I did shave this. You didn't, but I did.
No,
you know, so at least I'm more clean now. Eric, it's good to be with you.
Always good to see you, Coach.
It's great to have another season unfolding here in front of us. It's wonderful.
You know, as we look at this team, Coach, you said it coming into the season, it's a rebuilding year, but one where you hope this team stays competitive and chases that playoff spot right through the season.
Well, you're right about that. That's not exactly a news bulletin. it is a season to rebuild. And but I've always said this about players, said it to players, is while you're making plans, a lot of times to be somewhere in the future, or to be in the playoffs, or to be somewhere in January, or to be somewhere in 20 games, you won't be there. I mean, you can't think about where you think you can be as a team with the kind of players that we have and the fact that we are rebuilding. So you got to stay, as Spo says, you got to stay in the moment, in the present moment. You got to stay in the now. And there really is a lot to be said about the process of working and getting better and creating chemistry and what will emerge out of that. I truly believe what will emerge, and we're very high on some of our talent, our young talent, is what will emerge will be probably a star somewhere. I don't want any of them to think they're stars now, okay? And so by working every day, by trying to win games, by being competitive, I think night in and night out, I think somewhere, players will emerge and the cream rises to the top. But playoffs and all of that, okay, that you can always dream about it, but stay in the moment today, and then maybe somewhere in April you'll wake up and you say, hey, we're in the first round, but don't give that much thought right now.
Talk about the group that you guys put together for Coach Spoelstra for this year. It seems to be a close-knit group, even though there's a lot of new faces, and a lot of these guys were here all summer working out together.
I think that's been a staple in sort of our culture, and is voluntary, that players realize that we put a lot of demands on them from a conditioning standpoint. I mean, if you call yourself a professional basketball player, then a professional basketball player, has to be in what we call world-class condition. I always think about that when I take a look at somebody like Usain Bolt. I mean, you take a look at these athletes, or Michael Phelps, who dedicate themselves to their craft and become, Olympic gold medal winners or champions or whatever. And so you can't start anywhere until you're in that kind of condition. And so, Spo's staff, himself, have thought long and hard about, getting guys in the right frame of mind to accept the fact that you got to start around August the 1st. It's when the biological basketball clock starts. We know we're 2 months away from training camp. And so the players buy into that. They don't show up here on October the 1st, because if they do, they're not going to pass the conditioning test, and we send them home, whatever we do with them. And so we have that kind of athlete. We have that kind of player, and they respond, I think, incredibly well to a staff of coaches, development coaches, who they know care about them. There's a saying that Spo uses a lot, and I like to use it myself now, is that, he always finds out that when he looks at a player, the player doesn't care what you know until he knows how much you care. And so Spo and his staff cares a lot about these guys and these young players. They put a lot of time and effort into it. So that's why they're there. They're there because they know that he's sincere about what it is he wants from them. He's competent. He can really teach. He can make them better. We've seen players improve. Take a look at Tyler Johnson. Tyler was not playing for the money, by the way. He ended up getting money. That was a residual reward of his work. He wasn't playing for the money at that time. He was playing for the purity of trying to improve, and so he ended up getting a very nice contract, and I'm happy for him for that. So they buy into it, and I think a lot of it has to do with how Eric and his staff, how much they care and how much they put forth in making players better.
Pat, another player that was rewarded in the offseason, clearly a priority for you, was re-signing Hassan Whiteside. He's already gotten rewarded for all that he's accomplished, but the greatest rewards are probably what's ahead of him. What are you expecting to be the next jump and level for Hassan?
Well, I think he said it the other day, and I like it. And I'm gonna give me a little blue card that I like to type up and plasticize the card, and I'm gonna give it to him like it's a credit card. He said, I want to have to earn everything. So I'm gonna hold him to that. And he said, I want to earn, you know, what may come my way. I want to earn possibly being a defensive player of the year because he's being dismissed and discounted in that area. I want to earn being all defensive player. I want to earn being an all-star player. And so go out and earn it. I think he has the ability to do that. He doesn't have to defer to anybody. I don't think anybody on our team really has to defer. They just got to play. And he's got incredible skills, instincts defensively, great rebounder, shot blocker. And so it's all focus and maintaining a real focus about what it is he wants to earn, because he can't earn any more money, okay? 'Cause he's made enough money, so it can never be about that. That's always the end result, and so it's up to us also to keep trying to find players, you know, that can support him in a way that can help him become better too. And I think we've done that.
Coach, I think Heat Nation very proud and pleased about everything they've experienced, and also embracing the present and the future with this group you've put together. Enjoy the season, and we wish you the best.
I just want to get through the first quarter, and then I want to get to halftime and make sure I can critique Rothstein. You know, I might threaten to bring him back down on the bench.
Yes, okay. One game at a time.
Damn. I think he hits that thing, doesn't he? He misses it now. I don't know if there's a motor skills. What's that thing he hits with jacks? What is it, the red buzzer?
Yeah, the red button.
Yeah, the red button.
Yes.
Yeah, he's missing it lately, you know, so anyhow, you gotta get his reach in shape a little bit, but thank you, Eric. I'm excited, and you know, it is starting now, tonight. It's something new, it's something fresh, it's different. We've been through it before. I'm heading into my 50th season next year, so it's nothing new, but I'm excited about it.
Coach, let's hope for a great ride here in season number 29 for the Miami Heat.